Durotar. This dry and barren land was named after Thrall's father Durotan. Much has happened in this land, including several major battles, as well as the cataclysm that changed much of the landscape. Once populated by the Centaur, Quilboar, and Thunder Lizards, but now is home to the Orcs and the Trolls. A stronghold for the Horde, and the location of their capital city of Orgrimmar. When the Guardian Medivh saw a vision of the invasion of the Burning Legion, he convinced Thrall, war chief of the Horde, to sail west to the continent of Kalimdor. Upon arriving on the shores of Kalimdor, the Horde met Cairn, chieftain of the Blood of Tauren. The Centaur had been slaughtering the Tauren in the Barrens. Together with the aid of the Horde, the Tauren defeated the Centaur and migrated west to the lands of Mulgore. A new recruit is sent to the Valley of Trials. The recruit is sent to deal with humans from Northwatch spying on the valley. The conflict between orcs and humans goes back to the First and Second War, Warcraft 1 and 2. After defeating the humans, the recruit is tasked with waking the lazy peons who have ceased harvesting the lumber so badly needed in the valley. The recruit is then sent west in search of a missing troll named Hanazua. The recruit finds the troll gravely wounded by a giant scorpion. The recruit deals with the insect and sends word to help the injured Hanazua. The recruit is sent into the cave in the north to deal with Yareg, a lowly warlock loyal to the Legion, and responsible for summoning the imps and fellstalkers that infest the cave. The conflict of orcs and demons spans far beyond the First War. On the world of Draenor, the home world of the orcs, the Pit Lord Mannoroth offered Grom Hellscream power through the demon blood. The orcs accepted but only succeeded in enslaving themselves to the Burning Legion. After exhausting the resources of their homeworld, the orcs invaded Azeroth through the Dark Portal. These events lead to the wars between men and orcs. Before the Third War against the Legion, the Horde began to build a settlement in Kalimdor. Thrall sent Hellscream to Ashen Vale, harvest lumber. It is here that Grom is tricked again into drinking more demon blood, which enslaves him further. After Thrall rescues Hellscream, together they face off against Mannoroth in the land of Desolace. They succeeded in defeating Mannoroth, thus liberating the orcs from the demonic control, but at the price of the death of Grom Hellscream. The Third War ends in a finale when all the free peoples of Kalimdor face against the Burning Legion at the Battle of Mount Hyjal, resulting in the defeat of Archimonde. Although the Legion was defeated, they still remain a threat, and their minions still linger. After securing the valley, the recruit is sent to the east toward Sinjin village, with the orders to report to Godrun. When Thrall sailed west, he ran aground due to a storm. The island he landed on was the Echo Isle, where the Darkspear trolls lived. Here, Thrall met Sinjin, the leader of the Darkspear. After aiding the Darkspear from threats like the humans, a Naga sea witch killed Sinjin. Then the Horde fled the island, but gained powerful allies in the trolls who joined the Horde. When the recruit arrives in Sinjin village, named in honor of Sinjin, he is to report to Master Gadrun, who informs the Grunt of a fleet of humans landing on the shore to the south. The men of Northwatch cannot be allowed to gain a foothold in Durotar, so the Grunt is sent to dispatch the threat and collect information on the movements and the plans of the humans. After defeating the Legion at Mount Hyjal, the Horde began construction of the capital of Orgrimmar, as well as founding the rest of Durotar. This is when Rexxar, a half-orc, half-ogre hero, aided the Horde in establishing a foothold in the land. Enemies were abundant in those days, including centaurs, Quilboar, burning blade cultists, but the most dangerous was the Kultiran humans from the Isle of Theramore. Rexxar, together with the allies like Rokon, Chin, and Cairn, rallied the Horde for an assault on Thermore, and killed the leader of the humans, Dalen Proudmoore, Jaina Proudmoore's father. The recruit is to report to Garthuk, in a burrow in Razor Hill. South of Razor Hill lies Tieragard Keep, a once stronghold for the Kateran humans, until the Cataclysm destroyed most of the fortress, and is now occupied by the men of Northwatch. The recruit is sent to deal with the remaining pocket of resistance and eliminate Lieutenant Paulater. The recruit is then sent to the coast, the Scuffle Shore, which received its name due to many shipwrecks along the shore. The recruit also aids wounded grunts along the shore, as well as putting down the water elementals angered by the recent cataclysm. Razor Hill was very important in the Darkspear Rebellion, when Vol'jin led a rebellion against Garrosh Hellscream, resulting in the eventual siege of Orgrimmar. The South Fury River lies to the west of Razor Hill, the main water supply for all inhabitants of Durotar. When the dragon Deathwing caused the cataclysm, the water levels of the seas and the rivers rose and changed the landscape of Azeroth. The recruit reports to Thonk on the watchtower in Razor Hill. Thonk sends the recruit to help 3 of the locals in Durotar. Ragharand, whose home was destroyed by the Quillboar. Ragharand sends the recruit to take vengeance on the Quillboar that destroyed his home. Zintaji is a troll by the river who has observed the wildlife. One raptor in particular has been killing for sport. Screamlash has to be put down. Misha is a pig farmer to the north of the valley. Her son was killed by the crocolists from the river. Misha sends the recruit to gather teeth in honor of her deceased son from the crocolists. After helping the locals around Razor Hill, the recruit heads north towards Orgrimmar. On the way through the canyon, they pass by several wrecked caravans. Moving out of the canyon, the grunt finds a goblin, Rezlak. When Durotar was being founded, the goblins were instrumental in the construction of Orgrimmar. Rezlak wants to get rid of the harpies that ransacked the caravan. The recruit is sent back into the canyon to deal with the harpies. The recruit reports to Gore the Enforcer about the Burning Blade activities discovered in Durotar. Gore is concerned about the cult's movements, but first needs help with battling the elementals to the west. To the south, Thunder Ridge. The flooding has caused issues. The recruit is sent to retrieve the orb from Fizzle Darkclaw and take care of the corpse of the Thunder Lizards. Shin, the Farseer, warns the grunt through a story of the wolf and the Kodo, showing the orc a vision of things that may come to be. Gore the Enforcer then sends the recruit to Margos to further investigate the Burning Blade in a cave called Skull Rock. Spiketooth is an orc slave driver on the east coast who captures and sells slaves for the gladiatorial ring. The first slave is a Worgen, Griswold Haniston. The Worgen are Gilnean humans inflicted with the Worgen curse. The second slave is a Naga sea witch, Chislania. The Naga were once night elves but were corrupted by the old god N'Zoth. The third slave is a Tonka, Gore Icehowl. The Tonka are a relative to the Tauren from Northrend, and would normally be an ally, but Gar is a traitor and was caught stealing Horde supplies. The recruit is tasked with testing the battle skills of all 3 slaves to prepare them for the gladiatorial ring. Margos has been watching a Skull Rock, a cave by the coast, and after receiving the news of the Burning Blade's activities elsewhere in Durotar, Margos sends the recruit into a cave to retrieve the collars which give the cultists their power. After acquiring the collars and returning them to Margos, he sends the recruit to speak with a warlock in Orgrimmar called Arnik Fireblade. Arnik has been studying the cult's activities and fears they are scheming in the Barrens. After the Cataclysm, the Warchief Thrall passed the mantle of Warchief to Garrosh Hellscream. The change of leadership brought also a noticeable change to Durotar. Garrosh brought many war machines to the gates of Orgrimmar. Without warning, Garrosh attacked the city of Theramore Isle by dropping a mana bomb, which completely destroyed the city and all within. Both the Alliance and large numbers of the Horde did not agree with this attack and besieged Orgrimmar. Both factions invaded by the way of the docks, infiltrating Garrosh's underground fortress and throwing down the war chief. At the end of the siege of Orgrimmar, Vol'jin of the Dark Spear is appointed the new war chief. Shortly after Vol'jin is appointed war chief, the Burning Legion invades Azeroth once more. Both the Alliance and the Horde mobilize to the Broken Shore. Here in this battle, both the Alliance King of Varian Wrynn and the Horde war chief of Vol'jin are killed. With his dying breath, Vol'jin appointed Sylvanas the new war chief of the Horde. After Sylvanas was appointed war chief, she mostly focused on defeating the Legion. After the Legion's defeat, Sylvanas started a war between the Horde and the Night Elves of Kalimdor. Despite many Horde members' disapproval, Sylvanas gave orders to burn the Night Elf tree capital of Teldrassil. This heinous act brought the full might of the Alliance to assault the Undercity. Varrock Saurfang and many other members of the Horde rebelled against Sylvanas as war chief. Before the gates of Orgrimmar, Saurfang challenged Sylvanas to Mak'ghoral to minimize any further loss of life. Sylvanas killed Saurfang, but not before Saurfang revealed Sylvanas' true nature. Sylvanas departed the city, no longer the war chief. Since Durotar's founding, threats, war, and conflicts have become numerous. It is unknown if Durotar will ever have a time of peace.